Hey, I'm here with Ryan Sprague. This is the AlienCon 2018 in Baltimore. It's been a very busy weekend.
Yeah, I know. I barely been able to sit down and like have a drink with you or anything. It's just insane. Every minute, people are doing stuff here.
That's not possible this time.
No.
But look, Ryan's the author of Somewhere in the Skies. Their subtitle is A Human Approach to an Alien Problem?
Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
Yep.
I knew it was... I mean, you'd think I'd know.
It is a problem, too.
I am your publisher. Anyway, you have a fantastic book, and I was so excited to publish it when we did that over a year ago now.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell people a little bit about what you did, what you
Sure.
were doing here.
Yeah, when I first approached you, I wanted to write a book with you, and that had always been like a goal of mine was to not only write a UFO book, but to work with you on that. And we really tried to put our heads together on what could I do, what could I contribute to the conversation, what hasn't really been done before. And for me, I grew up in New York as a playwright, and characters were always my big thing. I love how people tick, what motivates them, how they change throughout the process of a play.
That's what you did for people who've had experiences,
exactly.
I guess.
I wanted to meld those things together and get to know the people.
You have had like a dozen or so cases, I think, of people, maybe more, who've had intense experiences with the unexplainable or with UFO phenomenon. And some of them are incredible. Actually, they're all interesting. Some are just off the charts amazing.
Yeah.
What strikes you as the most incredible thing about the whole experience of these people?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I first started, my goal was to find the pattern, that one singular answer to all of it. And of course, I should have known going in, it wasn't going to be that easy. These things are messy, they're non-linear many times, memories can be faulty, and everything in between. So it was a huge learning process interviewing these people, whether it was through phone, Skype, face-to-face, and trying to make sense of it all as they're still trying to make sense of it in their own lives.
Did you come out of the book with a single theory, like these people had extraterrestrial encounters, or these people saw ghosts, or these people had something happen in their mind? Like, is there something where you're coming out of it where you can conclude this is happening?
No, which I think it's sobering, it's maybe a little depressing, but at the same time, there is no one conclusion for any of this. I had people who had a abduction experience and thought it was miraculous, spiritual. I had people who had a UFO sighting that thought it possibly could have been paranormal. They had poltergeist activity with a UFO event. It ran a spectrum that I wasn't really looking for.
That was my takeaway as well. Like there were a variety of different outcomes of some of these experiences. Some of which seemed to me very clearly extraterrestrial, if I may just say, but others that seemed very clearly going in other directions.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there were some that I can't deny. That to me personally, it had to be. I'm not saying it's alien, but it's alien. Yeah. But at the same time, there's so much mystery and things we don't know out there, whether it's through science, whether it's through religion, whether it's through academics, history. There's so much we still don't know. And all of these people are experiencing that in their own ways, through their own lens. And I think that's actually really cool and exciting. And whatever they take out of it, that's cool.
One thing I actually love about your book is the single thing that stands out with me is how their experience transformed them. Like, one thing we have to say about the UFO phenomenon is that it is profound in how it affects people.
Absolutely.
Whether for good or for ill. And I think that comes through in your treatment of each individual's experience.
Well, thank you. I mean, again, I go back to my playwriting professors who said, your play should start and end with the most pivotal moment in someone's life. Otherwise, why are we following them? Why are we dropping into their lives in that moment? It's got to change them.
Very interesting.
You've spoken to so many experiencers, UFO witnesses as well. That can be a very pivotal moment in their lives, or it might not. They might have had the experience and moving on. But for a lot of the people that I've spoken to, this changed their lives and impacted them.
I think for most people who've had these types of experiences, it's very, very powerful, very important for them.
I think so, yeah. And that's what I wanted to convey. And I know I've only begun. There's so many more stories to tell.
I don't think there's any other book quite like what you did. I mean, I was trying to think about this, that captures like a variety of experiences. You didn't put these people through hypnotic regression, you just had them tell their story. And that in itself is really interesting. And And they're individually very profound stories, at least in many of the cases.
I think so, yeah. It was never my intention to give them an answer or to be a therapist, but I was a listening ear, and I was a outlet for them to get their story out there and have their voices be heard. Because sometimes that's enough for these people, to just get it out there. It can be closure, and it can be that impetus to keep searching for the answers.
Well, this is Ryan. This is his book, Somewhere in the Skies, A Human Approach to an Alien Phenomenon. And it's a really well-written book. And you need to do more of these.
Oh, we're not done, man.
All right, great.
Yeah,
we'll have a link for the book underneath.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Fabulous.
Thank you.